Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and what this young boy reads, he's only in the 6th grade. This was in his school library. What he reads out loud will shock you, and the father's response to all this is absolutely spot on. But before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at NativePath, where their products, particularly their collagen peptides, can actually help you live a healthier life, but more on that later. Now, let's dive in to the video.
This book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page. My back over my hips as I ask if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because we didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too, so good, because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
Oh, boy. So I'm that kid's father.
Okay, good. I was asking for you.
Yeah, I'll take another 3 minutes. So that's my son.
Okay.
11 years old, and went to his library and found that by the entry door of our library, this is the smut that he is finding, all right? I don't care whether it's gay, straight, bisexual, whatever the terms are for all this stuff, doesn't need to be at our school. Doesn't need to be at my 11-year-old's library. Listen to the parents. I can tell you right now, I don't work anymore, and I will be more than happy to focus my time and effort to the security of my child and children in this school, all right? I will be a thorn in your sides. So I just want you to be aware of what you've woken, okay? I'm sure that a lot of you guys are fine and great people and have nothing but the best intentions for our children, but by the fact that this has to take 4 months for a school to get this book out of the library is ridiculous. The parents are here right now and they're speaking, and you need to listen and do something about it quickly.
Y'all, when they're telling you that they're grooming your kids, it's happening. And it's not happening in these very blue cities. Oh, no. That's not where it's mainly happening. Because they're already that way. They've been that way for years now. These are happening in rural areas. Smut like this is being displayed right outside the library entrance for young students as young as this 11-year-old young man. They are not hiding it. They are actually trying to spread the news. They're trying to evangelize to your kids. And it's happening in rural schools. It's happening in the suburbs. It's happening in the exurbs. It's happening in the gated communities of the rich white liberals. It's happening in the inner city. It is happening everywhere. Now, when I say everywhere, I'm not talking about you can't avoid it. I'm saying that there is no place that it's safe from. The colleges and universities are incubators for people who think like this. And they bring out sort of the worst in these new teachers that are coming in, these new administrators, and they're just pumping them out. It's a huge industrial problem. Hey y'all, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our new sponsors, NativePath. Created by Dr. Chad out of Austin, Texas, he realized that there was something deeply wrong in this medical community. And instead of focusing on nutrition, they were just focused on serving big pharma. So he left and created this new company called Native Path. And what do they do over there? They sell something called collagen. Now, what is collagen? Well, it's not magic fairy dust. It's not this muscle milk. It's not calcium rich. Instead, it is an odorless, flavorless, dissolves completely in water powder that you can mix. And unlike iocane powder, this stuff has massive health benefits. It can help your bones, your joints, your ligaments, your skin, your hair follicles, even your fingernails. This stuff is absolutely packed with the nutrients that we lose so constantly in our modern diet. This stuff is a fantastic supplement, can help you live a healthier life. And if you go to this link down here below, you will find up to 45% off of certain products. That is how much Native Path cares about your health. So go check them out, link in the description below. And now, back to regularly scheduled programming. And then they get sent to the far corners, like it almost as if it's like a Christian missionary group. They recruit, they get people to believe in this, and then they go and send them out to other countries. That is the exact same thing that's going on here. But instead of making the conscious choice and knowing that this is happening, the American people are finding it in this gross, disgusting way where it feels like something has slithered into your room and is now setting up shop. And what is slithered into your room is potentially venomous. Books like this, I get what they're trying to do because they're trying to get more visibility to students who might be very anxious, and because of that anxiety, they might think they're gay. But the reality is, the reason for the spikes in LGBTQ numbers, I can't believe I just put in the Q. That's how easy it is to affect the mind. All you gotta do is repeat something over and over and over. And what we're seeing is Gen Z has twice the rate as the millennials. And as a matter of fact, it is doubled over every single generation for the past 3 or 4 generations. The numbers of people who identify as LGBT. And what this tells me is, one, there's a growing sense of community and a need for it. And two, there's something in the water. Alex Jones wasn't far from the truth. There's something called endocrine disruptors, and it changes the way, particularly for young men and young women, basically teenagers is what I'm getting at. It disrupts our puberty cycles and makes things just odd. I can probably say from not personal experience, but yeah, personal experience. I'm not bi, I'm not anywhere on that spectrum, but I know for a fact that I have less testosterone in my veins than my father. And my father's got it running through his veins. That's the truth. But I've never had his energy levels. I've never had his testosterone. Dad has a 5 o'clock shadow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All right? This is pretty much the only place where I can even grow hair. So I can say that, yeah, my testosterone levels are lower than my father's. And I've noticed that throughout a whole bunch of friends that I've interacted with. They just don't have the same dog in them, so to speak. So there are things called endocrine disruptors, and they change your puberty cycles, and ultimately it means that there are going to be more students looking around wondering, am I gay? And that's something that needs to be handled at the individual level, not in our schools. If you want to throw out religion, I understand, because religion is a personal choice. But if you are going to play that game, keep this sexual smut out of the schools. Y'all have got to be vigilant. I'm not raising kids quite yet. I hope to. But I intend to homeschool mine. Because I do not trust public schools as far as I can throw them. And I ain't exactly lifting a building. But not at the expense of the taxpayer dollar. Not when I can have direct control over a certain problem. Not when my voice is being taken directly from me and I'm not allowed to sit there and say, no, you can't have this here. There are plenty of places for kids who think that they might be gay to go get resources. The schools should not be one of them. This is disgusting and it has to stop. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.